And we are very lucky to be joined in studio this morning by Carol Brown from the Middle Georgia STEM system here. And we have Jamie Cook, who's the Chief Workforce Development Branch at the U.S. Air Force AFMC. It's a long title, Jamie.
It is.
But the good news is that you guys are doing some great things for students in the Mid-State through STEM and a grant for STEM. Why don't we start big picture? Carol, what is STEM?
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics.
And this is something that's kind of sweeping the whole country, but in Georgia we're really grabbing onto it, and this is kind of to get kids excited about those things, right?
It is. We are trying to make a connection between what happens in the classroom and their careers and what they're interested in.
So for people like me that grew up saying, I'm never going to use this math, why do I need to do this? We're making those connections early, so we're kind of getting that question out of the classroom.
This
right?
would be a perfect opportunity to have students not ask that question.
Outstanding. And something that we can always use as we're trying to get these initiatives off the ground is money. And we found some. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Indeed. As the Workforce Development Manager at Robins Air Force Base for engineers, I was in Dayton, Ohio a couple of years ago at a STEM meeting working with the Air Force STEM coordinator, and I was meeting with the Dayton Regional STEM Center. They've had a program called STEM Fellows for about 10 years that trains teachers in how to apply STEM curricula in the classroom, and they were looking to expand outside of the Dayton, Ohio region, and I said, well, I'll volunteer Robins Air Force Base, Middle Georgia. We'll be glad to do that. It's Air Force money. Can we do that? And so the Air Force gave Dayton some money. I engaged with Carol at the RESA, and here we are. We're working with the STEM teachers right now around Middle Georgia to help them develop that curricula and those in-class exercises to make sure STEM gets real world impact in the classroom.
And this is really something that's going to help everybody out, because the Air Force Base is helping our teachers, help our students who are going to become the engineers and the workers that help our Air Force Base.
We're reaching back into the supply chain for tomorrow's employees.
That is some pretty exciting stuff. You say we're not thinking ahead. This is pretty good. What are you specifically going to be able to do with this grant money that we've secured?
We are currently working with teachers from all 8 of our districts. K through 8 at this time. We will expand to 9 through 12 next year. They are writing STEM curricula to be used in the classroom with the students. They are connecting that engineering design process, giving students a problem to solve. So it's real application in the classroom with math and science integrated, and they don't even know they're doing math and science sometimes.
This is great. It's like when you mix up the good vegetables in with the chicken nuggets so they don't know that they're eating healthy.
Indeed. And with each of these meetings that the teachers are having, we have engineers from Robins Air Force Base as a community partner helping out with the teachers, giving them real-world examples.
Outstanding. So the teachers and the students can literally see, here's the guy not only doing the problem, but this is the actual person that's learned all this.
Exactly.
That's pretty neat. I would think that this would be great for the teachers, too, because I think there's a general understanding that great teaching inspires kids. If you have a great English teacher, all of a sudden you're interested in English. If you have a great math and science teacher, all of a sudden you're interested in those. And this is teaching the teacher. This is a way for the teachers to be engaging. This is saying, here's another way to reach those students. Are you getting a lot of positive feedback?
Yes, we are. They are enjoying their time spent with the engineers. We also have higher education partners that come to the table with us twice a month as we plan, and they're enjoying the exposure to those people as well.
Outstanding. Do you ever get any feedback from your guys about, wow, if this was going on when I was a kid, I would have been even more excited?
Indeed, all the time. All the time.
Outstanding. And we had a couple folks from Bibb County School not too long ago that along the STEM range, they were branching out into things like the Lego competitions, robotics. It seems like once you can get a kid excited about something, the sky's the limit.
Right. We actually have an elementary science Olympiad competition this weekend for Middle Georgia RESA. So here in town, our districts will be sending their K through 5 students to participate and then move on to the state competition.
And we also have FIRST Robotics competition going on in Columbus this weekend. We have to have a team from Houston County, a team from Bibb County that will be there. They're competing very well using some DOD grant money.
That is some pretty exciting stuff. You can see how having an Air Force base has never hurt Middle Georgia.
Indeed.
It's certainly continuing to help us. We're building a whole new generation of engineers, and that's going to help the whole country, the whole world. We appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exciting stuff happening out there in Houston County around the Air Force Base.